Hello. Starting the game. Don't mind me. Tis Friday, tis it not? Jin, please. I know, it's like doing stuff. Hold on. I have to close the game and reopen it. If this is what we see when we start a new game, though, I'm gonna be a little upset. Anyways, we're going to be trying Kingdom Come Deliverance today. Because I didn't want to bring the PS5 down here. And we'll see how long I play. My ear hurts. I feel like I'm getting a cold, but I think that's just because my ear hurts. Yeah. But yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance, from my understanding, is like you're a knight. Somewhere. I don't remember where exactly. I want to say Denmark. It's like some area in Denmark. And it's very, very close to what the actual place would be at that point in time. But I don't entirely know much else, except it's like pretty realistic. So like I probably will have to do real combat, which will suck. And I think there's no mini-map. There's a map, but I have to read it myself. So we're going to get lost a lot. Just so everybody knows. But yeah. Anyways, let's get this party started. Where am I going? You're a knight bringing deliverance wherever you go, basically? Maybe. I don't actually know if you're a knight. I just assumed. It's starting up. It's starting up. There it is. I am also playing with the Steam controller, so we'll see how that goes.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies.
Rude.
It is here that my story begins.
Alright. Deep silver. Free in-game reward. Make the game. What? Stop! Trying to read these things. I don't know what a deep silver account is. A horse caparison. Why not? It's cool that we get a horse. I like horses. I don't know if I did it. I did it. Alright, so now we'll get a horse thingy or something. Alright, anyways, let me check some settings. Because if there's nudity, I would like to turn that off. Not seeing anything. Toby eye tracking. That's fun. Let me look it up.
A wild Pokémon has appeared.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna ignore it for now. I think it'll be fine. But if there is anything, just cover thine eyes. We're using normal mode. War horse, that's what it stands for. It's just wah. The early 15th century was a time of turmoil in the Holy Roman Empire, which had flourished under the late Emperor Charles IV. But now, with his son, they said his name, Wenceslas, the idol something. The king's inactivity angered many nobility as well as the half-brother. I mean, we kind of got this already. He took over the place. He's trying to. Silver Scallots, 1403. Kingdom Come Deliverance.
God bless.
Same to you.
Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
I do not have hopes for their survival. They're too much in love.
Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Am I Henry?
A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
I'm Henry. Character. By means of the first two choices in this dialogue, you will select your character's default characteristics. If you're not satisfied with them, not to worry. All characteristics can be further developed without limitations. By means of the first two choices. Oh, like this is choice one, and then the next one. Okay. We were chatting in the tavern. Default characteristics. I didn't know there was going to be choices. I was dancing. I was with Bianca. I was working in the forge. Well, I think... let's do... vitality, because I'd like to live.
I was with Bianca. We were, talking?
Talking, were you? That's what you call it, is it?
Stop it, Ma.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Why would I be interested in sword fighting? Is speech? Matthias was teaching me archery. Or I was with Bianca. Again. What does it matter for strength? Let's see. Let's do... in between strength or agility. I'm going to guess archery in this game is really hard, so I'm going to say strength.
So I'm learning to sword fight, and what of it? What harm does it do? At least I'll be able to defend myself.
God above, Hal. You know how your father will react when he finds out.
How? What's he gonna do? I'm doing nothing wrong, I just wanted to try it.
On your own head be it then. I can't stop you, and you can deal with your father on your own. Don't come looking to me for help.
Have my friends been here? I'm hungry as pot, angry at me, indeed. Have my friends been here?
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
Oh, leave it be, mother. Misjudging them, my friends aren't drunks. I don't want to talk about that. You're misjudging them.
That's unfair.
Really? So where were you until the small hours last night?
I was with Bianca, of course.
You mean at Bianca's tavern? And who was there with you? No, don't tell me, let me guess. Matthew and Fritz. Well, at least you were with Bianca. You should hold on to that one, Hal. She's a clever girl. And invite her for supper sometime. Your father's very fond of her.
Yeah, of course he is. He thinks he'll be able to wheedle the secret of beer brewing out of her.
You're right there. You'd think he was planning to become a brewer in his dotage. Still, that's your father for you. At least he's interested in something, unlike you lot. You're too busy getting into mischief to do an honest day's work. If Fritz and Matthew carry on this way, they'll wind up swinging one day. You mark my words.
It's not very nice. Is Pa angry at me?
Is father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Different kind of storms coming. Do you need help?
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
I'm hungry.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
End dialogue. Okay. Oh, it's first person. Alright, so walking around. To eat any food, pick it up. The inventory in the food tab, select what you want to eat, and then eat it by holding A. Is this cheese? Oh, like legitimately sits there and picks it up. Inventory was down. Oh man. Food. Cheese. Don't make those noises. Alright, what am I looking at here? Looks like outfit on the right. Oh, I can move him. Oh. Well, that's fun. On the controller, there's a little cursor pad down here. So now I can point at what I'm looking at. We don't have any of this stuff. Leg plate. I got some leg plate. Body armor. My nourishment is 50, so I assume that's what the cheese is for. Yep. Okay, great. Hunger meter. So happy. I'm gonna die of starvation a bunch. I'm sorry, is this constipation? Conspic. Noise? Conspicuous, maybe? Visibility. Speed is 17. I'd say it's fast, but I don't think it's that fast. Anyways, quest items, other... Door keys, trunk key. Armor. Oh, I see. Chest, legs, head, arms, hand. Okay, that's my inventory. Player. Sidekicks? Hey, I wanted to see sidekicks. Anyways. Do I have a point or something? I must have a point. Let's put it in speech. Final offer, highborn, lowborn. Huh? Okay, interesting. Anyways. Level is derived from stats. Oh, I see. Oh, so I must have some speech going. Oh. Oh, and the pluses show things underneath. Interesting. Oh, it's conspicuousness, not constipation. Okay, fine. Nourishment. Your character needs to eat and drink. Each type of food and drink will fill you up. To a greater or lesser extent, meat and meat products a lot. Food and drinks a little. Overeating will negatively affect your stats. You also have to be careful what you eat. Food spoils over time and can easily poison you. So for long trips, it's better to take with you durable foods. While if you have got time to sit in a tavern, you can fill up fresh cooked meal. Max is 120. Whoops, I wasn't done. Anyways. Well, sidekicks is a thing, but I don't have any. Unexpected visit. We finally got some fine spring weather, but I still slept late in the morning. because I was at Subbreak until late in the evening. It was a bit hard getting out of bed this morning. So, A, go to my father. B, go to Ford's sword fighting lesson. Okay. I have to go to father. I promise to help him with his work. I started getting some training in sword fighting from a mercenary who turned up in Skalitz recently. Father and mother mustn't find out. Well, Mom already knows. For some reason, they don't want me to learn to defend myself. Got a bit cut up in yesterday's lesson, though. We're supposed to meet by the ale house. Okay, there's a map. I'm guessing that's where I am. Codex. Yeah, I'm not reading that right now. Okay. So I can't just take anything. Interesting. Eat from pot. Num 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 num. Ew. Drop into pot? I don't have anything to drop into the pot. Mm-hmm. Oh, carrots. Open. Cabbage. I'll leave that for now. Got some apples. Lockpick. Oh. Don't have any lockpicks. Okay. I was under the impression there wasn't any cursor activity, but on the compass it tells you which way to go. The compass will tell you where to go in the quest you're pursuing. Just head to the active objective. Okay. Up, I found the sprint button. Found the stamina bar. You discovered the grindstone. Thanks. Hi, Dad.
At least you're up. That's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Wild
Yeah, that's the
Pokémon
other
has
thing.
appeared.
Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh, that drunkard. That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now. Work won't wait.
Alright. Codex entries. Alright. Oh my gosh, there's so many! Okay, tools. Basic agricultural tools in a Czech medieval village were adzes, hoes, shovels, spades, shears, knives, axes, flails, scythes, rakes, forks, and also plowing tools such as the beamed plow, turn plow, ard plow, and harrow. Each craft has need of its own special equipment and tools. Okay, let me go to the top. Oh my god. You know what? Events. Wow. Conquest of Kuttenberg. In December 1402, during Wenceslas's imprisonment in Vienna, Sigismund attacked Kuttenberg, and by the beginning of the following year seized and ransacked the town. Kuttenberg was loyal to the king and staunchly defended by its miners. When they finally surrendered, they were force-marched into Sigismund's encampment near Kolin and made to kneel before him in the mud in subjugation. In addition, they had to pay huge sums of money in reparation, even though the town and its environs had been pillaged by Hungarian soldiers. Their treasury in Kuttenberg held not only coins, but also precious jewels, gold, and silver. Wenceslas later estimated the wealth seized by See, I think it's like Sigismund, and I don't know, to be worth 1 million in gold. two cats of the day. I don't know, but I have the feeling Henry's going to lose his father, mother, or both through story progression. I think in the very next big scene that's going to happen, he's going to lose everybody. That's my guess. Golden Age of Charles IV. When the young son of John of Luxembourg, Charles inherited the title of Moravian Margrave, and subsequently the Czech throne, he embarked on not only economic but also cultural development in his kingdom, a period dubbed the Golden Era. In 1348, Charles founded one of the oldest universities in Europe. Many cities, towns, and castles acquired new fortifications and new bridges, infrastructure, and churches were built. To strengthen his position in Europe, he made good use of political marriages, thus allying his family with prominent families in neighboring countries. He even had influence over the appointment of whatever that word is, dignitaries. Maybe it's like ecclesiastical? Because I'm thinking it's like eclectic. Thanks to firm rule and a policy based on the alliances, he was able to keep the peace in Europe. Charles was an educated monarch, interested in the arts, which was reflected in the architecture of cities, especially Prague, where under his rule, many new houses, churches, including St. Vitus's Cathedral, and the city walls sprang up. Cool. I wasn't done. Alright, you know what? Animal husbandry. In the Middle Ages, a significant part of any property ownership consisted of livestock. Horses, goats, cattle, and poultry. Horses were highly prized and until the 12th century were only available for the nobility for military purposes and for light hauling. The change came in the 12th and 13th century when horses came to be used for transport and tillage. In Bohemia, horses began to shod from the 11th and 12th century up to the 13th only as a rule on the front hooves. What? In Bohemia, horses began to be shod. I'm guessing maybe horseshoes put on? From the 11th and 12th century up to the 13th only as a rule on the front hooves, and later when horses were used for heavier work on all four. Okay. Almost every serf in the Middle Ages would prefer to own a cow than a piece of arable land, so even some landless folk had access to food by way of milk. Curiously enough, in the Middle Ages, milk and dairy goods were not traded much. For one thing, many people had a cow of their own, but also no effective means of milk and dairy product preservation was yet known. Sheep were kept by both serfs and the upper classes, largely for their wool. The poorest often kept a goat for milk and cheese. Pigs were left to forage in the woods all year round, feeding on beech nuts and acorns. Medieval pigs were much like wild boar and had little in common with today's pink animals. The most commonly kept poultry were chickens, and only rarely geese or ducks. All cattle grazed freely on the meadows around the village. In heavy winters, livestock was kept inside the house, even sharing the same room with the people and serving as a source of heat. That's interesting. Carts and wagons. In the Middle Ages, wagons were used for transport, agricultural work, and for wartime purposes. One of the simplest was a two-wheeled cart, while hay wains, were also to be seen. The oldest high-wheeled carts had one central axle connected to the undercarriage. Period. From the 14th century on, twin-axled four-wheeled wagons came into use. The front axle was not steerable, resulting in a very wide turning radius. Wagons did not have a seat for the coachman, who either rode astride one of the horses or walked alongside the wagon. In wartime, a wagon could be turned into a mobile field palisade, a strategy that became famous especially during the Hussite Wars. And the strategy of wagon walls won more than one battle for the Calixtines, Hussite forces. Ecumenical Council. Ecumenical councils were ecclesiastical assemblies of representatives who discussed and debated on the topic of faith and church administration. For example, the Great Council of Constance, 1414 to 1418, which lasted 4 years and dealt with the issues of reform and the papal schism, and also condemned the preacher, I'm going to say it's Jan Hus of Hersey, resulting in his execution by burning. Faith and devotion. Christianity was adopted in the Czech lands as early as the 10th century, though certain pagan practices remained until later, especially in rural areas, blending seamlessly with rising Christianity. Some of the folks' customs were later modified according to the church's instructions, others continued unchanged, and yet others were eradicated completely under church pressure. In addition to a deep faith in saintly patronage, the saints Wenceslas, Vitus, Nicholas, Ludmilla, Adalbert, etc., the Middle Ages revered the Virgin Mary and the various patron saints of the profession. One manifestation of medieval piety consisted of a wayside shrines, consolation stones, or crosses, put up in large numbers in villages, at intersections and along the main byways. In royal cities and liege towns, it was important to collect holy relics, remains, and memorabilia to mark the saints. The cult of saints was encouraged, and cathedrals and churches gained prestige with the relics they held. It need not be emphasized that most of the relics were fakes, and that nobody took much issue with it. Devotion was shown in everyday life and accompanied everyone from the cradle to the grave by way of church rituals, occasions for worship, religious holidays, or regulations. For example, the numerous fasts or Lenten days. In some way or other, everyone believed in God. For complete atheism, we have to look to later centuries. Farming. Unlike today when the... Hold on. Unlike today, when the land had long been given over to agriculture, the burgeoning of farming in the Middle Ages brought the need for new fields where there were only forests or untilled land. The timber from forest clearing was used for construction, the remaining roots, stumps, and scrubs were burned, and the ground then leveled. The finished fields were cultivated by the three-field system. A third of the land lay fallow for 2 years to recover nutrients. This was used for grazing livestock, which added manure. It was then returned to use and tilled, while in turn another third, which had been used for raising crops, was left to lie fallow. There was thus regular crop rotation to save exhausting the soil. In the earliest times, plowing was done with a simple device called an ard, or scratch plow. Where the soil was stony, working it was very hard. The tiller had to keep watching the plow and use great force to push it into the ground. Similarly, clumsy and imperfect were the harrows of the time. After harrowing, any remaining clods of earth would be crumbled with a mattock or wooden mallet. This work was typically done by women and children. The most common crop, wheat, used to be full of weeds, and as such, not very economical. 15 largest sheaves yielding only about 18 kilograms of grain, often even less. Harvesting often had to be done using only a sickle for cutting. After drying, the grain was threshed out. Vegetables and legumes were cultivated to a greater extent than today, grown in fenced gardens next to houses. These were mostly peas and lentils, but also vetch and beans. And around the village, flax and hemp were grown extensively. Hops were grown in seigneurial fields for the liege lords' breweries. Ooh. Foreigners. Since ancient times, a foreigner meant not only anyone who came from outside one's town or village and was thus a potential enemy, but also any person without legal status. Foreigners were without legal rights until they paid a surety. This matter was handheld by courts of law, and there were various regulations setting fees for running a business or renting a house. Foreigners were not allowed to acquire or inherit ownership of them. Bohemian lands were long open to foreigners, relatively speaking, with lively trade and cultural exchanges. First were the Celts, then Germanic tribes, and later the Slavs, but a large portion of the populace consisted of German-speaking people. The Germans were mainly courtiers, or worked entrepreneurs and merchants. Relations with the Germans were neutral at first, cooling off later, and ending up with animosity against all things German, though that was still far removed from the strident nationalism of the 19th century. Worse relations existed between Czechs and the Germans on one side, and the Jews on the other. They lived outside of society, which often, having got permission from the king for a handsome price, carried out pogroms against them. Plague and disease in the mid-14th century affected migration, and fewer foreigners came to Bohemia. During the Hussite Wars, most of the town had a majority Czech citizenry. Only the main centers in Moravia remained largely German. Brünn, I don't know if it's Brno, and then Brunn, and then Jalava, Iglau, and Olomouc, Olmutz. Okay, the Czech language gradually permeated from rural society to higher social strata. A fundamental change to how language and ethnicity was viewed came from the Hussite Wars, in which most Czech speakers identified with the Hussites, while most Germans supported Sigismund and the Pope. This was exacerbated by the foreign, often Germans, crusades summoned by Sigismund against the upstart Hussites. Okay, so I think we're in Bohemia. I think I said Denmark before, but I don't actually know. Furniture. At the beginning of the 15th century, Czech furniture was made of, well, okay, we're in Czechoslovakia, I think, was made of planks and boards used in construction of varying intricacy. The timber used was oak, fir, walnut, linden, ash, larch, or spruce. The surface was treated with beeswax or linseed varnish. By the end of the Gothic period, shellac varnish came into use. Staining was done by smoking, using fermented cabbage water, or blanching with lime water. Tables and chairs had much the same design, with flat side panels or X-shaped boards. Chests were made in various sizes for keeping dry goods, garments, and other small items of property. Townspeople slept on beds with drapes. Village homes were very simply furnished. The peasants made their own furniture from split and dressed planks and posts. In peasant cottages, they slept on beds of hay or straw laid on the ground. Joiners and carvers decorated furniture with ornamentation. The most expensive furniture had metal elements, which served to brace and reinforce as well as have a decorative function. Most of the furniture in Come Deliverance is based on medieval examples from the 12th to 16th centuries. Greetings. The basic form of greetings was bowing, with numerous variations depending on the occasion and the mutual status of the participants. A light bow with the hand on the heart would befit two noblemen of equal rank. A deeper bow was a more respectful greeting to a guest or someone of higher standing. The next level was to kneel on the left knee and bow the head in deference to rulers, barons, or high-ranking commanders, and it expressed allegiance. The person would have to remain in this position until invited by the superior to rise. The most important level was to bow, while down on both knees, an expression of complete subjugation often combined with a plea, typically for mercy. Doffing headwear was a practice that came in with Burgundian fashion in the 15th century. Loyalty was expressed by kissing the rings of magnates and prelates. It was not proper to kiss the hand of ladies, but they were given a deeper bow than their social rank alone would elicit. Particular forms of salutation also applied when addressing a certain person, e.g. in writing. For example, a townsman was to be addressed as honest, a baronet as esteemed, and a titular lord as highborn. In the countryside, people greeted each other according to their nature, often mentioning the greeting wishes of good health, prosperity, and God's blessing, or making reference to Christian tradition, God bless, Christ be praised, etc. Guilds and crafts, they look miserable. Medieval town society was made up of largely craftsmen and merchants who ensured its socio-economic growth. Based on their freeman rights, they could exercise their craft and had the right to market. In addition to privileges such as the protection of and support for the town's operation, health care, and food provision, it was their duty to pay taxes on every sale or transport of goods outside the town's limits. In essence, the status of the municipality was dependent on them. Hence, it was important that they did not relocate and ply their trade elsewhere, passing their occupation on to the following generations. In the space of 1 century, several craftsmen of the same profession would be active in a town. These artisans gradually began to form themselves into groups with political and economic rules, or members' guilds. They had their seal of office and pennants bearing the guild's crest granted by the monarch. Each member of a guild had the support of the others, and they all agreed on prices and the regulation of sales, and the rules for apprenticeship and discharging their duties. No one without guild membership could trade in goods. Interesting. Heraldry is the doctrine of characters and symbols depicted on coat of arms, governed by fixed rules, and the relevant know-how was privy to nobles and knights. It was a necessity because Europe at that time had so many noble families they simply could not be memorized. By applying heraldic symbolism and rules, however, the wearer and his dynasty could be identified by the battle pennants and coat of arms. Simplified heraldic symbolism was also used on the arms and equipment of urban militias and the attire of soldiers of the feudal lord. Jeez. Houses and dwellings. The core of medieval houses, whether in a village or town, consisted of a kitchen, a hall, and living room, hearthen room. All were on the ground floor. From the 15th century onwards, upper stories started to be added. The walls were insulated from the outside with clay daub, which also gave the house some fire protection. Windows were kept very small to save heat. The grounds of the house were usually fenced in, and the courtyard had gates broad enough to admit a covered wagon. Attached to houses were utility buildings, barns, stables, outhouses, forges, and woodsheds or food granaries. Waste was taken outside the house into the fields or disposed of in cesspits. Outside the house would be toilets built over sewage pits. A typical village house was single-storied, with the front door leading in from the courtyard into a central space, off of which a living room and a chamber. The houses were built of wood on stone foundations. The jizba, or main room of the village house, or it might be yizba, I don't know, households constituted the living space and kitchen, with an oven and a hearth. Above the hearth was a smoke hole to the roof space. Other areas served as stores for cereal, tools, food in jars, or chests, etc. Lighting was provided by torches, candles and pottery, candlesticks, and most of all by firelight from the hearth. The floor was compacted clay mixed with straw, leaves, or animal hair. The roof was typically thatched, sheafs of rye or reed straw often doubled. In front of the house was a garden and a courtyard with farm buildings for poultry, pigs, and cattle. Interactive. Invective. Although the more educated or higher-born tried to keep invective and vulgarities out of their speech, swearing has been part of the vernacular since time immemorial. Profanity was not only verbal, but often appeared in written form in documents that sought to defame and humiliate those addressed. Some of those slurs arose by corrupt and foreign language expressions. Others were derived from animals and their attributes, often used as insult, were onomatopoeic words, articulated noises, or metaphors. Words derived from adjectives, attitudes towards work, criminal offenses, political stances, professions, psychological melodies, or people's names. The worst kind of insult questioned the honor of the individual. Such swear words quite often led to court cases or duels. It was common practice that anyone, not prepared to defend their honor would indeed lose it in the eyes of those around. Jews. The Jews settled in Moravia and Bohemia, probably even earlier than the 10th century. Initially, they were considered foreigners who the Romans had banished into exile. Jewish traders in the Czech lands settled largely around the long-distance trade routes in major centers, which in the early Middle Ages were Olomouc, Brno, Znojmo, and the central Elbe River environs. Most lived in Prague, however. Record tells of about 120 houses in a demarcated Jewish quarter of the Old Town. They were under the legal protection of decrees by Wenceslaus II and subsequently Charles IV. Over the centuries, however, the flourishing of their activities as merchants and financiers gave rise to protests from many elements of society, in particular the Catholic Church. The Jews had indeed imported valuable gold and used it to barter for horses, furs, or slaves. Their rights became progressively circumscribed. They could not buy land or houses, had to live in specifically designated ghettos, were allowed to lend money at interest, usury, and to trade only where they were not in competition with locals, and were prohibited from working as craftsmen or farmers. The segregation of Jews was also underlined by enforcing labeling. They had to wear, for example, a yellow circle or yellow ribbon on their garments, or a specifically shaped hat. The women had to have a yellow ribbon in their hair, and the men mandatory beards. No help came from the church, which traditionally laid the blame on them for being the killers of Christ, and for adhering to pagan rituals. In the Middle Ages, the Jews were considered the king's own, and under his protection, so that if the townspeople were inclined to commit a pogrom, to set fire to the quarter and massacre the inhabitants, they would have to pay the king hefty reparations. Some kings looked forward to such pogroms as a good source of income. Others protected their Jews. For example, Wenceslaus IV granted the Prague Jews the right to their own town within Prague, with its own walls and 6 gates, but even this failed to protect them from the pogrom in 1389, when the king was traveling abroad. After his return, he levied the ultimate punishment on the organizers of the pogrom, which quelled further attacks for some time, though they made a comeback with the Hussite movement. Land army. The territorial army or provincial militia drew on nobles, princes, lords, squires, with their retinues, the garrisons of the clerical dignitaries, bishops from 1344 on, even the archbishop, the militias of royal towns, village bailiffs, and custodians served to defend the land and was called up as needed by the monarch. Municipal finances. That's just a tiny little guy. Towns and cities always had to look after their budgets, so they collected taxes, custom duties, tolls, and ungelt good tariffs. The most common form of tax was paid twice a year in an amount dependent on the assets of each respective citizen. Another source of civic revenue money were monies made by the city council or the city court for making up contracts, documents, records, and other ongoing activities. Fees and taxes were paid by the city's residents based on their businesses, levied on products sold or service provided. The treasury also collected money for interest payments, fines, building funds, loans, and various forms of letting and rentals to serfs. Written records were maintained of all revenues. The city council paid out some of the money for the purchase of real estate, paid the nobility for defense security, invested in schools, civic cultural development, churches, administration, and the salaries of city officials, construction, operation, and maintenance, and the upkeep of municipal buildings. Names and surnames. The period up to the 13th century was characterized by Slavic names, mostly of pagan origin. Common people would keep their names short and simple, like Odlin, the robust, Dobros, the good, Shaval, the praised. Names were also given according to places in society. Compound names such as Draomira, who values peace, Boleslav, more famed, more fabled, and Ludmila, dear to the people, were reserved for the royalty and the nobility. Christian names were derived from Latin: Paul, Sylvester, Florian; Hebrew: James, Daniel, John; and Greek: Andrew, Nicholas, Peter. Once Christianity took over completely, only names belonging to Christian martyrs were permitted. In the towns and the countryside, the prevailing names were John, Peter, Margaret, Catherine, and Anna, while the nobility retained the privilege of using names like Sophia, Elizabeth, Jacob, Ulrich, and Hermann. Additional by-names added information about the location of the family seat, social or religious standing, or about the relationship with relatives. For example, is that a Z? Divus Z Talmberga, in KCD, Divish of Talmberg. Jan Patek Z Pirksenia, Hans Kapan of Perkenstein, Hannes Z Perkstenia, Sin Hindrika, Hanush of Perkenstein, son of Henry. In addition, sometimes an epitaph would be used. For example, Jan Sayek, Henrik Hare of Valdek, Jan of Younger of Heredik, etc. Okay, I just read a bunch of names. I have no idea what's going on in that paragraph. Growing population and the limited numbers of first names give rise to the surname as we know it today. The surname was derived from places where the person lived, like in English, for example, Hill, Woods, Fords, from their occupation, coachman, miller, smith, from their physiognomy, whatever, or appearance, ruddy, small, brown. Oh no, all the Browns in the world are named that because they're brown? Or were patronymics derived from the father's forename, Davis, Littlejohn, or matronymics derived from the mother's forename, Marriott, Beaton. Okay, sure. Pennants and banners. Wah! In the heat of a medieval battle, where most of the combatants had the same or similar equipment, the pennant or banner was often the only sign differentiating friend from foe. Pennants also helped lift morale and to organize the various units during troop movements. Around 1400, pennants and banners took the shape and extended triangles, upright rectangles and squares. Flags were fashioned from colored canvas or silk, and the depictions of emblems were painted onto them, most often the coat of arms of the respective feudal lords. Cavalry carried small pennants on their spears, and craftsmen, who were members of the guild, also had their own banners. The guild banner was emblematic of the profession and was shown at public ceremonies and at military and other ostentatious events. The banner of the Czech lands dates back to the 13th century and depicts ghouls. Ghouls? A lion rampant Q. What the heck? A lion rampant Q for Chez Argent, i.e., a two-tailed silver lion raised on its hind legs on a red background. I see. Safe conduct. The safe conduct document was issued by a member of the highest social tier to guarantee the bearer's safety. Most often, it gave protection in a particular territory during the journey, and sometimes the bearer was also provided with an armed escort. For example, Jan Hus received a letter of safe conduct from Sigismund of Luxembourg when he went to the Council of Constance. He did indeed survive the journey in good health, though the safe conduct did nothing to save him from being sentenced by the ecclesiastical court, there to be burned at the stake. Schools! School-based tuition developed only at the end of the 11th century, mainly in the monasteries and churches. Basic instruction held in Latin encompassed the 7 liberal arts: the trivium, grammar, Latin, rhetoric, dialectic, and the quadrivium, mathematics, geometry, astronomy, and church music. During the High Middle Ages, there were two-tier Latin schools for boys. Girls were only very rarely educated. Indeed, education in general did not carry the weight it does today. Most noblemen and wealthy, I'm going to say it's burghers, burghers were illiterate, hiring scribes and scriveners as needed. Later on, the towns came to host centers of secular education, with the ultimate flowering thereof being the establishment in 1348 of an international format university in Prague by Emperor Charles IV. Sources of light. The main source of domestic light after sunset consisted of fire pits or fireplaces. If that was not enough to light up pathways or dwelling, cloth or tallow torches, oil lamps, lanterns, candlesticks, or candles were used. Ceramic or metal oil lamps were bowl-shaped, sometimes with an ear-shaped handle. In them was a wick steeped in oil, later on supplemented with wax. In the richer's homes, there were chandeliers with candles hanging on chains from the ceiling. In villages, there were often simple lamps burning tallow instead of vegetable oils, and torches made of split lumber. Tallow candles stanked, smoked, and dripped. They had to be constantly wiped and the tallow collected for reuse, and therefore were mounted on candlesticks with a bowl at the base. In Central Europe in the Middle Ages, beeswax was considered an extremely precious commodity, and also made its appearance as a mean of exchange among guilds, payment in wax. St. Wenceslas's crown. After the coronation of Charles IV as King of Bohemia, a new and singular ceremonial jewel was fashioned, the crown of St. Wenceslas. It was made from the old Premyslid crown, and the monarch himself dedicated it to St. Wenceslas. No Czech king was ever allowed to wear it, but could borrow it for his coronation, for a fee. The crown is of pure gold with gemstones and pearls, kept in a strong room. Yeah, I read that right. With 7 locks above the chapel of St. Wenceslas in Prague's cathedral. The keys are held by the leaders of the Czech state, the president, the prime minister, the archbishop of Prague, etc. There's a legend that if the crown is worn on the head of anyone other than the rightful Czech king, the wearer will soon die. It is reported that during World War II, the Nazi Reichsprotector for Bohemia and Moravia, Reinhard Heydrich, put it on and died shortly after at the hands of assassins. The story is probably apocryphal,
has appeared.
but certainly interesting. Tithes. A tithe is the name of a compulsory tax levied since ancient times. It was paid to the parish priest or other religious institution. The term tithe comes from Old English and means 1/10, the amount of the tithe being 1/10 the value of the harvest. The inhabitants of the monastery estates had the misfortune to be taxed twice by the church, once in the form of the tithe, the second time as a mandatory levy for their occupation of church land. Toilets. In the countryside or during wars, people went outdoors to relieve themselves. To the cow shed or the dung heap in the yard. Houses of higher social standing had a little hut built by the dung heap. At night, chamber pots were used tucked under beds and were emptied on the dung heap in the morning. In castles and in wealthier homes, we would find a privy, a toilet located whenever possible in one of the heated rooms in an oriel on the first floor. There wasn't necessarily a door on the inside. And inside was a bench seat with a round hole. Not uncommonly, it was in the banquet hall itself, so one would not have to depart, and could even observe the goings-on at the table from the privy. Is that why, it's like, oh, I wasn't privy to this information, because you didn't sit on the toilet and watch it happen? Privies used to be in a niche cut in the wall, with a sloping vent shaft leading to the outside of the building. In either case, the fecal matter would fall freely along the castle walls into the ditch or down the slope. Privies were gradually upgraded and flushed through with rainwater. They might also have a flap added that discharged the excrement once the flap was released by a foot lever. Despite this, up to the 16th century, it was common to practice to empty chamber pots out the window onto the city streets. Okay, we read tools. Trial by ordeal. Apart from resolution by municipal or territorial courts of justice up to the 14th century, it was common, though unofficial, in Bohemia to turn to God's judgment or trial by ordeal. Guilt or innocence was proved by appealing to God. He had to judge guilt or innocence. A typical ordeal was to be put to the test by fire, hot water, poison, or dueling with the counterparty. The trial often ended in injury or even death of the accused or the accuser. Village. Bohemian villages underwent significant transformation at the turn of the 13th and 14th centuries. Farmers became entitled to inherit their farms. Wages and trading began to have clear-cut roles. The village ground plan itself changed from erratically scattered homesteads towards organized plots, geometrically arranged, affording plenty of space for roads and the market. The number of houses ranged from 20 to 25. The hub of the village was common or public space, which served as a social, cultural, and economic area. The limits of the township were fenced or walled. Okay, read those. Beekeeping. During the Middle Ages, beekeeping was distinguished by how the honey was obtained as either forest or domestic. The domestic beekeepers kept the bees in hollow trees or in straw skeps, wicker work hives, and were not subject to any regulation. Conversely, the forest beekeepers, who kept bee colonies in the wild, in hollowed-out trees, formed a fellowship similar to a guild and paid a fee to the owners of the woodlands for every bee colony they took over. Beeswax was the main raw material for the production of candles right until artificial wax, paraffin wax, was invented. Honey was used as a sweetener and fermented to make mead. Farmer. Medieval villages comprised some 90% of the populace, the majority occupied with agricultural and livestock farming. Even though farmers were freemen and had always owned their homesteads, the land beneath it was on lease from the monarch, or rather from the noblemen who obtained it from the king in fiefdom. They would pay a portion of their annual earnings in rent, whether in cash, honey, wheat, or other crops. Sometimes they were also required to labor for the nobility, i.e., to work unpaid on farmlands belonging to the liege lord. The territorial diets, councils, of the 15th and 16th century decreed that the common country folk could not bear arms or engage in hunting. With special punishments for the liege lord, they were allowed to hunt hares or small birds. Well, that's good, at least. Noble officials. Hetman, originally the commander in some armed forces with a rank equivalent to captain. Later on, the role became of a civic a civic governor, selected from amongst the local nobility who were representing the monarch in a given territory. Hofmeister, from the German Hof, meaning a court or manor, a hereditary office at the royal court. He was responsible for management of the court. Under Chamberlain, along with the chancellor, the under chamberlains, in Latin subcamerarius, was a member of the office represented the sovereign in the royal cities, such as protonotaries or notaries. Burgrava, or Burgrave, I don't know. The representative of the sovereign and representative of the provincial officials of knightly status. His duties include management of the city and leading the army when needed. Shepherd. A herder's job, depending on the weather, most commonly starting in April and ending in autumn. They took the entrusted herd or flock. It was rarely their own. More commonly, they were hired to supervise the grazing of other livestock for a fee, from pasture to pasture, sleeping in rudimentary huts or shelters. Over the summer, they stayed out in the pastures, returning to the village when the first frost set in. Life far away from other people forced the herders to become adept at healing themselves and their animals, so when there was no apothecary to hand, folk would turn to the shepherd. Actually, that's kind of interesting. I didn't know that. Tanner. The tanner was a craftsman who prepared and treated animal skins, after which he passed them on to cobblers, saddlers, or other craftsmen for making footwear, garments, bags, wineskins, etc. It was not a pleasant job because the skin had to be quickly scraped off its fat and conserved to stop it from going off. Which was done by immersing in urine. Yummy! In view of unsavory smells produced by their trade, tanners settled on the outskirts of town and belonged to the same reviled groups as executioner, knackers, and prostitutes. To turn hide into a material for making shoes or clothing, after removal from the animal, it must first be thoroughly soaked in water. Once softened, it is fleshed, the residual gore and membranes are scraped off, with a long, dull paring knife. In order to rid the hide of fur, it had to be soaked in lime water, or rubbed with slacked lime, then gutted. Okay. It was then tanned using alum by a currier, with fish oil by the chomosier, or with tannis dealt with by the tanner, from oak, beech, or other tree bark. Oh, cool. During this whole lengthy process, the hide softened, was stopped from decomposing, and optionally turned a different color. At the end of the process, the hides were submerged for a few weeks in vats or pits full of urine. Again, the leather thus produced, when dried, could be surface treated, painted, or polished. Well, it sounds awful to be a tanner. Oh, my Nelly. Charles IV. From 1316 to 1378. Charles IV of Luxembourg, born Wenceslas, son of King John of Luxembourg, was the second member of the Luxembourg dynasty to become King of Bohemia, 1346 to 1378, and the first to attain the title Holy Roman Emperor, 1355 to 1378. He held many other titles besides: Margrave of Morvaria, Count of Luxembourg, King of Italy, King of the Romans, and King of Burgundy. Renowned for his diplomatic skills and erudition, he actively endeavored to consolidate his position and ensure the survival of his line in Europe, especially in Bohemia, Bavaria, and Germany. He was well versed in several languages, and at the French court he was tutored by none other than the future Pope, Clement the Sixth. During his reign, Prague and the lands of Bohemia crown underwent a major transformation, becoming a powerful political, economic, and cultural center. For this reason, this period of his reign is known as the Golden Age. He initiated the construction of many superb edifices, which thus bear his name, including Charles University, Charles Bridge, and Karlstein Castle. He was keen to emphasize the role of religious faith in society. He renewed the cults of St. Wenceslas, St. Sigismund, and St. Vitus, consecrating various church buildings to them, among other Prague Cathedral. He married 4 times and had 13 children, most of whom died in infancy. That sucks. The most illustrious of his offsprings were his sons Wenceslas and Sigismund, who both became rulers over the land of the Bohemian crown. Hey, that's the guys. It's the guys. Pope. The Pope is the supreme head of the Roman Catholic Church, Jesus Christ's deputy on earth, and cannot be removed from office. His word is regarded by the Church as infallible, equivalent in effect to the Holy Scriptures. At the time of our game, however, nothing was quite so straightforward. Due to the papal schism that lasted from 1378 to 1417, there were for a time as many as 3 rival claimants to the throne of St. Peter. For secular rulers, support for one claimant or the other was often less a question of faith than a political convenience. Wenceslas IV, 1361 to 1419. Wenceslas IV of Luxembourg was the son of the highly successful monarch Charles IV. He inherited the Bohemian throne and attained the German crown by election. However, he did not inherit his father's predisposition for ruling. Already during his lifetime, he was known for being a weak, idle, and moody ruler who was afflicted with many ailments, as well as difficulties meeting his royal obligations, despite the fact that he had been groomed for rule since early childhood. He was crowned Bohemian king at the age of only 2 years. Jeez. He was more interested in hunting, alcohol, courtesans, and the pleasures of the court. During this time as king, the lands of the Bohemian crown underwent several wars and conflicts involving his relatives, his own brother Sigismund and his cousins, the Bavarian Margraves. The event that triggered the Margravate Wars was the Wenceslas occupied the vacated estates of the Olomouc archduchies, which by law belonged to the nobles. Under the leadership of Jobst, one of the two, the Morvarian lords joined with Sigismund in open revolt against the king, which had less to do with the Olomouc estates than the legitimacy of the rule of Wenceslas, who in the meantime had been stripped of the imperial crown by the imperial electors for his incompetence and unwillingness to rule. Later, he also lost the power of the Bohemian crown when he made numerous concessions and awarded the nobilities many privileges, de facto transferring the ruling power to them. His unwillingness to meet obligations resulted in his abduction twice, thereby removing him from the rule. Oh, abduction? Yeah, I read that right. The throne. First in 1394 by the Czech nobles, then in 1418 by his own brother, Sigismund. Wenceslas initially supported the reform proposal of Jan Hus and his adherents, but he did nothing to save the reformer's life when he was sentenced to be burned at the stake by the church. He thus set in motion what was later to become the largest, and only more or less successful, popular revolt in Europe, the Hussite Wars. However, he did not live to see these events since he died in 1419. After his death, his brother Sigismund of Hungary seized the crown, but he had to fight for it, since not everyone acknowledged his claim, and once he had the crown, he did not live to enjoy it for long. Jeez. Tutorials. Oh, no. Okay. We'll come to these when they matter. What are we doing? We're going somewhere. Buy a bag of charcoal, collect the deck from Kunish, pick up the crossguard at the castle by Ale. Okay. That's a lot of hay. Horsies. There's a map, wasn't there? Yes, let's see. So, what is D? That's what I want to know. Full screen. Ah. Zoom. Unzoom. Zoom. Pick up the crossguard at the castle. Okay. Well, I mean, the castle's right there, so... Hey, guys.
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Yay, I got the crossguard. Town garrison. Maintaining law and order in the medieval town was the job of the bailiff. From the 14th century onward, the function was taken over by the catchpole, then night watchmen and guards on towers. The catchpole, along with the bailiff, the executioner or their henchmen, also carried out the punishment of transgressors. They were not, however, allowed to enter freehold dwellings, the places and houses of the nobility, the ruling class, nor church buildings or the university, a fact students took advantage of. Order within the city also had to be upheld by the townsfolk themselves. They were obligated to report not only any crime, but, just like the night watchman, to call out the hours and warn of fire, flood, or tempest. For safety, it was forbidden to wander at night with any open flame, torch, or candle into any castles, chambers, stables, barns, or briars. Briars? Whatever. Only lanterns could be used. To keep the peace at night, all taverns had to shut at sunrise.
A Wild-Pokémon has appeared.
Sunset! I read that wrong. I was like, well, that don't make no sense at all! In the medieval city, military service was entrusted to either hired professionals or the townspeople themselves. Every healthy adult male had to serve at least a few days a year in the civic guard, the city wall being divided and allocated in sections to each district or trade, and it was here that they mustered whenever an alarm was raised. In practice, the wealthy burghers bought their way out of serving in the militia, leaving other men to take their turn, and these poorer men welcomed the extra income, thus gradually forming a professional municipal gendarmerie. Each man had to procure the armor and weapons needed for serving in the guards and the militia, unless his guild did so. Only the rich cities could afford to have a public issue armory. The right to bear arms outside of duty was reserved for townsmen of sufficient means. Within the city walls, a simple melee weapon, dagger or knife had to suffice. Only the really wealthy townsmen wore swords, taken after the nobility. That's neat. I like all these fun facts. There'll be a test later. I don't know who's going to make the test, but I'm sure there will be a test later. Is this a bee house? No, it's probably something for birds. Anyways. Man, I can run pretty far. Oh, hey man, what's up? He's saying nothing to me. Alright, so... Oh, I can see myself.
Are you here to buy?
Indeed I am, or I'll have nothing to smelt the ore with, and the king won't get his silver.
Which king do you mean, Master Tobias? The one sitting in some godforsaken dungeon, or the one who holds the key to the dungeon?
These are strange times, strange and ill-omened. But since I serve our liege lord Sir Radzig, I think you know the answer.
True. Where will Sir Radzig take the silver? Hardly to Kuttenberg. Now its citizens bend their knees to Sigismund.
Fortunately, that's not my problem. Perhaps Sir Radzig is keeping it at the castle until this old unhappy story reaches its end.
I only hope Sigismund doesn't get an appetite for our silver too.
Sigismund.
That makes 2 of us. But back to business. I'll need 3 wagon loads.
I see your people are working hard. You'll have it tomorrow. Shall we go and drink to the deal?
With pleasure, good man.
No, don't actually leave. I'll need you later. But first, I need to go yell at somebody for some money. Hey, punk! Is it you?
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
Father sent me for money.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Pay for the tools, at least.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Persuasion. Sometimes you need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. When talking to people, you can often choose what kind of impression you want to make on them. You can simply use speech, which, however, is influenced by the reputation you have at the moment with the person you're talking to. Heart. In the Middle Ages, social status was paramount, so the quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference to how people respond to you. Fighting. If you look dangerous, people will be afraid to cross you and will also be more willing to assign risky tasks to you. That's influenced mainly by your strength and the deterrent effect of your weapons and equipment, but other things are also taken into account, such as blood stains on your clothes. Money. You can sometimes rely on money to do the talking for you. You just have to agree on a persuasive sum. Bribing people works in the same way as shopping. See trade and haggling. In special cases, you can try any other skill, e.g., horsemanship. It's not only the manner of persuasion that's important, but also the specific offer, because sometimes it's not enough just to choose according to your highest characteristic. You have to really read what you're going to say. But different approaches work on different people. You won't intimidate a tough brawler easily, and no matter how well you dress, you won't impress the nobility easily. That's because Henry's abilities aren't simply assigned as universal value, but compared with the abilities of his counterpart. You can see the values of the various abilities in the game under the corresponding icons. You can always see your own abilities. Your counterpart's abilities are visible to you if it's someone you know well, or if you're skilled at reading people. Learn the perk empathetic. Your money, the amount you have to pay. It's not just about status, though. The outcome is influenced by other factors, e.g. your reputation, whether you're dirty or bleeding, etc. If you can't outdo the nibble tongue of a merchant, for example, you may want to poison him at least a little first, and then he'll be easier to persuade. What the fuck? Or if you lead a guard away from his friends, he'll be easier to scare. Total speech on the top, total charisma, total strength. The level of your reputation with your counterpart. Okay. Debts must be paid. Pay, you drunkard. Hey.
I must have misheard you. It sounded like you just told me to clear off. But you wouldn't be stupid enough to think you can steal, not pay your debts, and then try to scare me. Would you?
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
Uh-oh. Unarmed combat! RT. Hook. Strong, slower hand strike to the head. RB. Jab. Direct hand blow to the face. LT. Kick. Opponents away. Lock on to your opponent. Switch to next opponent. B is unlock. Block. Raise hand and hold in defense. Opponent. This indicator shows roughly how much health your opponent has left. Okay. The purple bar? The more wounded he is, the slower he'll attack and react. When the end is near, he may try to flee or surrender. Your wounds, icons that notify where you're wounded and if you're bleeding. Stamina. If opponent's strike hits your armor or you block it, it will cost you stamina. When your stamina is completely depleted, you won't be able to defend yourself and will be wounded. Attacking will also deplete your stamina, especially wielding a heavy weapon. Health. If you cover yourself badly and your armor is weak, strikes will wound you. Heavy wounds will lead to bleeding, and bleeding will lead to death. The more health is depleted, the lower your maximum stamina. Okay.
Copertele.
Excuse me?
You call that combat? God damn!
Ow! No! Oof! Kick my ass.
That's gonna cost you your.
Can't say I quite understand what's going on, except that I might be losing. Ow! Oof! Oof!
Take that!
Come on! Oh no!
You had it coming, you pup. And your old man can fuck off too.
Most quests can be completed different ways. Some people can be persuaded, some can be robbed, and if you'd rather not beat around the bush, violence can also be a solution. Kick my ass! Mommy! Mommy! You can see your health on the red bar on the lower edge of the screen. The level of health also determines the level of maximum stamina. I did notice that. Mama! Hi, Dad. Actually, I don't know where Mom is. I hope she's inside. Mommy! Mama.
Ma? Ma! I'm hurt. Won't stop bleeding.
Oh, now, stop squealing like a baby and show me that. There you are, good as new. You ought
Thank
to
you,
learn
Mommy.
to do that yourself.
Thanks, Ma.
Yay. Thanks, Ma. I feel like I was doing no damage to him. Okay. So. Maybe I'll tattle? Said I would. Maybe I can talk to him again. Kick your ass, dude. Steal it. Steal your money. I don't think I won't.
One beating wasn't enough for you?
But you still owe my father.
You'll get nothing from me. Tell that to your old man. I'm telling you, lay one finger on me and I'll have you thrown in jail.
You know what? I'm going in your house. I'm taking your money. Oh, warning. Where does he keep his money?
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that. Fritz might have one.
Am I blind? What chest? Are they talking? No? Oh, here. Okay. I'll go talk to Fritz then. Excuse me. Taking your money one way or another. Alright, let's see. Who said hi? Hi. Is it you? Are you Fritz? No. They would be by the ale house or whatever. I don't think that's the ale house. Oh, the trader. Merchants were of two types: settled, permanent, and traveling, occasional. The settled traders had permanent shops in town and villages, while traveling merchants only brought their wares to the markets. Excuse me. Markets held once a week and fairs held twice a year, also offered wares by local shopkeepers, fishers, and peddlers or hawkers, street vendors without a fixed site. Shopkeepers had their permanent shops on the square, merchants ran small shops and had the right to retail products they bought from artisans. Village folk got their supplies from neighboring craftspeople in the local tavern or from a merchant who bought supplies from larger townships. At the markets, goods from the village would be exchanged for goods produced and available in town. The terms of trade were set by ruler. For example, the only local merchants in swore possession of freedom of the city rights could sell their goods freely. Only the traders from large cities would venture abroad. Many regulations and detailed rules governed trade. If it were found that a merchant was dishonest and, for example, gave short weight, he was severely punished. I see. Oh, I did notice in general there's another. What's the new one? Getting your ass handed to you? Oh, money. Currency in the Middle Ages took the forms of coins minted in denominations corresponding to the quantity of precious material used, gold or silver. In Bohemia, the silver Prague groschen long served as legal tender. The decimal system was not in general use. One groschen divided into 7 pennies, and those in turn into 14 hellers. Similarly, counting and calculating was done in dozens, 12, and 3 scores, kopa, 60. However, since this would be rather confusing for us today, the smallest unit of value in the game is 0.1 groschen. Around the year 1400, the quality, and hence the value, of the groschen dropped significantly, with other metals being added to the silver. This was to do with over exploitation of the mining deposits, the most valuable metals around Kuttenberg, central Bohemia, and Iglau in Moravia, and a shortage of goods from exchange with foreign countries. Economic and financial problems at the time led to growing anti-Semitism, a rise in crime, and ultimately the collapse of the Czech currency. Counterfeit coins were in circulation alongside genuine ones, despite the fact that counterfeiting was one of the most serious crimes. It was punished by burning at the stake. Coins were circular and marked the crown or the crowned head of the monarch on the obverse, and in Bohemia, the Czech lion in a square on the reverse, substituted by an eagle in Moravia. Smaller silver coins were minted right up to the Hussite Wars. The mint employed 2 mint masters to vouch for the precious metals quality of the coins under mortal oath.
Pokemon has appeared.
The prices of goods and articles varied locally and changed frequently. I see. Grocer. Cool. Anyways, where's this tavern? Taylor. I'll read all these later. Maybe...
Strong linen, delicate velvet, beautiful and functional.
That's nice. Is this... Ah, the tavern.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their Diets even.
German counts. Traitor.
Now even the Pope
God be with you, Henry. I'm with you, Matthew.
So
What's going on here?
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your Diet will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and... about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Wait.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
shut up, Henry.
Deutsch is an idiot. Well, what can you do?
I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory?
Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for Father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
Is it?
So, Hal, are you with us?
Hal? My nickname is Hal? Sure, why not?
All right, I'll do it. But then you have to give me a hand with something.
What do you need?
Krunner shows money to Father and doesn't want to pay. I tried talking to him, but he wouldn't listen. I need more than words to get coin out of him, and I can't handle it on my own.
No problem, we'll back you up. Just as soon as we're done plastering Deutsch's house.
I'll be happy to sort out that drunken oaf.
Alright, let's go while Deutsch is still sitting safely in the tavern.
Yeah, alright. Where are we going? We're scattering. We're scattering, we're running. Sorry, Deutsch, but I need help. It is a really nice house. Man, I can't wait for you all to die. Not in a bad way, just like, ah, man, y'all are my friends, we're so cool and chummy, and you're all gonna die, aren't you?
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
I'm covered in blood. Got my ass cut. Whatever. Hi, lady. I like your dress. Hello. Grüß dich.
What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me.
Please, guys.
I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
You know, I don't think she's German. Anyways. Hey guys, I did it. There she goes. Eh. Ew, disgusting.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for
So
Sigismund!
gross.
Woohoo! Eat shit, Deutsches.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Horse sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbigniew? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Oh! Crack shot, though.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Oh no, are we fighting again? I barely know how to fight, period! Ah! Bam! Ha! Yeah! Boo! Wow! And a kick! Ooh! Nailed him. Oh, you're down? Oh, baby. Who are we locked onto? Hiya! Bam! Boom! Bam! Bah! And a kick!
Stop right now! The catch pole is on his way!
Who's the catch pole? Run!
Run!
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Hey, what's up? We done? Are we done running?
Listen, there's this locked chest I need to get into.
Really? And only straight not good enough for you anymore?
It's just that someone has something that doesn't belong to him, and I want to take it back.
If you say so. It's not skin off my nose anyway. I've got some lockpicks you can have. But if you get caught, you didn't get them from me.
Yeah, never heard of you. Thanks, Fritz.
Thanks, Fritz. Ah, man, they bolted. They just left us behind. Assholes. Anyways, what are we doing right now? We're just running around. Just get fucking throat chopped. Hi. Wait up, friend. Oh, I can't even talk to you. What's up? Heya. Where'd my red-shirted friend go? I'll just follow you. Hey, I brought my gang. Where are you going? Oh. I see. Well, we gotta wait for the other guy I talked to, so.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Really? Wait, Matthew? Oh, they're both named Matthew. One's Matthias. Or Matthias, I don't know which one.
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
I need a hand with Kunesh.
Sure, mate. You helped us, so we'll help you.
Let's get to it then.
Hey, Kunesh! I brought my
Kunesh,
gang.
Get out here, you old goat. I've something to show you.
What the fuck are you here for? You want me to take a whip to you or call a catch pole?
Just try it, you old drunk.
Oh, oh shit.
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Yay! I didn't need lockpicks, but I got free lockpicks! His hammer and his nails. Alright, thanks. What am I fucking supposed to do with this? Can I trade them? Or do I need to... Yeah, hi. Hey, buddy.
Good day.
In shops, you first have to put your purchases A into your basket, then either confirm the purchase X or try to haggle. The amount you have to pay is always shown at the top of the screen. Okay. My wealth is 0. So I could sell. Okay, so I could sell. Trading items for. He has 50 of them. How many do I need? 1? How do I say yeah? I get 1.9. Add to basket. Oh, close the deal. No, I don't want to haggle.
Something about the price.
Naturally.
Naturally. I don't want to haggle. Haggling works both ways, whether you want to buy cheap or sell dear. You select the amount you want to pay or get with up. And confirm with A. The trader will then respond to your offer. If the answer is refusal, he or she will make a counter offer and wait for your response. Your money. Original purchase price. Trader's last offer. Your current offer. Your last offer not accepted by the trader. If the slider can't be moved in one direction or the other, it means either you or the trader don't have enough money. Dragging out the haggling with one offer after another will gradually try the trader's patient, and eventually they'll drop the haggling completely. You can see how close you're getting to the point from the trader's icon below the bar. The more gold there is in the background, the closer the trader is to dropping the haggling. The more gold. Okay. Every unsuccessful bout of haggling lowers your reputation. Great. I don't know. Wait. Oh, I see. About 1.7.
Here, with a little something on top for a good measure.
Well now, thank you very much.
Pokemon
I don't know what I just did. Did I succeed? Oh, I need 10.
Take care.
So I need 9 more. I pay 4.5. I have 1.7. Holy fucking shit. Are you kidding me?
Let's have a word about the price.
Aye?
Can you chop wood to get money? I'm not sure. Is that really all you have, you loser?
All right, blacksmith's boy, you got the better of me. Take what you want, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Yeah, whatever, shut up. You got anything else good in here? Because I can't haggle that low. Maybe I should have haggled the selling price. Or something. I could take his axe, but I don't really think that's a... I don't know. I know I just beat the shit out of him, but it seems a little mean. Can't take your wood? I don't really know what to do here. Can I have your hammer? No.
God save Henry.
Good day, Henry.
Saw. That's a steal. Alright, maybe I do have to take his axe. I don't know. If it doesn't say steal, I'm gonna take it.
All right, blacksmith's boy, you got the better of me. Take what you want, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Oh, that was something of worth? I see. Okay, so I'm back.
Take care.
So, I want to sell. Oh wow, yeah, that sells for a lot. I would like to buy 9 of these. I pay 1.9. Okay. So trying to understand. Which side's which? Okay, so I need 4.5. And he only was taking 2.6 for that? So what if I ask for... Okay, let's haggle.
Let's talk about the price.
Sure, why not?
So what if... Get. Hold on, it was 1 point something.
This is a waste of time.
Oh, come on, man. Fine, I'm gonna go to the other merchant and try to sell this axe. Hi, is this your house? Do you work here? Excuse me.
Good God. What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should report it.
No, yeah. I don't think... Okay. What's up here? Okay, that's someone's house. Let's see, trying to find someone who's, like, selling tools, maybe.
For the kitchen or the field, my fine
Kids.
wares will your every day.
I'll take this. That's it.
How are you?
Okay, let's see what she'll take the axe for. $2.1? She does even less. Okay, okay. So what if... Okay.
God be with you.
Sell. We'll say the axe. Oh. This is hard. Can I haggle?
Can we do something about the price?
Aye.
Can I... This, please?
Since it's you.
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
I don't have that.
See now, I knew we'd come to an agreement.
Yeah, I just gotta ask a second time. Pretty please.
Hey, Pip. Do you want to learn something?
No, I don't think so. Thanks.
Suit yourself. Hail to the hero. So you haven't changed your mind about learning the craft of warfaring?
Teach me the sword.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when a son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, What do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Let's go.
Yes.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
That is a long sword.
Welcome, Henry.
Wherever you go, I go. Excuse me. You could stand to go faster. Granted, it's not like I jog everywhere. But I do walk faster. I thought my hands were balled up in a fist like the frickin' Arthur meme. Well, I hope that doesn't mean that place is on fire over there. A lot of smoke. I'm here.
So, can we get started?
Yes.
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Oh fuck.
Very well.
Sword play.
Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Combat, you locked onto your opponent. You can unlock anytime by holding B.
Alright. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
RT, strong. Choose the direction using R.
Very good.
C.
Good. Once again. Very good. Fine. Not bad. Again, the point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
Stab. Weak attack. Weak attacks tend to be faster and more precise at the cost of force.
Alright.
Stabs can be aimed at the face, upper zone, the body,
Now you're getting it.
any other zone.
Good. Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Can chain strikes together. Try pressing RT, RB at various moments.
Nice. Good. Once again. Alright.
Okay.
Right. That's enough. I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's
She was
nothing
freaking
better
out.
than experience, believe me.
Got it. Okay, thanks. Bye. I'm gonna go see my not girlfriend or something. Yeah, God be with you. Excuse me. Are you Bianca?
God be with you, Henry.
Bianca!
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome.
I am?
What brings you here?
Looking beat up and bloodied. Ew. You do.
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
Ale, please. Picture for father, the Deutsch is saying stupid thing. A picture for father.
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course.
But of course. I don't have any money, so... Don't ask me to pay you, please.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Don't worry, dearest. This evening I'll see you right.
Oh, Hal. I do hope so.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Oh my god, stop flirting. It's cringe. Game saves automatically at important moments during quests and when you sleep in your own bed. To save it immediately, drink Save Your Schnapps. Let's see. I did all the things I needed to. Now I can go back and complete the sword. Father! Father, I'm done with the thingies. Yeah. Quest log? Yeah, I did all that. Voila! About the things you wanted.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done.
Thanks.
Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it.
A wild Pokémon has appeared.
Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. We got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. And we'll never have this conversation again.
As medieval times, I threw poop at somebody's house.
To let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
I got yelled at.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip.
My name's Henry, and I'm a blacksmith's son.
I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing.
Please don't let me have to do anything. I don't know what I'm doing. There's a haggling mechanic and it's hard and I don't like it.
Do it.
Looks a little dangerous without gloves.
Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
You got it, Dad, who's definitely not about to die or anything. Alright, bye, Teresa. But yeah, we slept in because we stayed out late, and then we got aroused by our mom. She's like, "You learn how to use the sword?" I'm like, "No, yes." And she's like, "Well, don't do that." And I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna do it anyways. And then my dad's like, "Go get me some stuff for the village." So he's like, "Go get charcoal." I'm like, "I don't have money." And he's like, "Well, the drunkard guy owes me for all his tools. Go ask him." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And I tried to intimidate him, and instead he kicked my ass. I'm explaining things. Don't laugh at me. And then I went to talk to my friends, and there was a German guy who was all like, "Yeah, this Sigismund is a better guy, obviously." And everyone's like, "Dude, shut up." And then we're like, "You know what? That guy sucks. Let's go throw poop at his house. Because his house is nice and white. Let's go throw poop at it." So we went and we threw poop at it. Then we got in trouble. Then we beat up a bunch of guys. And then my friends helped me beat up the other guy. And then I had a trouble time haggling, but I got everything we needed. Then I have a girlfriend named Bianca or whatever. And this is my mom. She's definitely not going to die or anything.
Henry, what do you need, son?
Nothing, I guess.
Goodbye.
That's why I look so beat up, because I got my ass kicked, so. But it's okay. Mommy kissed my wounds better. I'm sure no one ever dies ever. Definitely not. Wait. Huh? Help. Lockpicking. In order to pick locks, you must have at least one lockpick in your inventory, although it's better to have 1 or 2 spares, since they get worn with use and, in the worst case, can break. You start the actual locking process by holding A on the lock. You will then see a diagram of the lock mechanism, which you have to find the right spot to insert the lockpick. How close you are to the sweet spot is indicated by the size of the cursor, and it turns gold when you find it. Then you have to use the lockpick, L, to turn the whole lock mechanism. At the same time, you have to coordinate the movement of the lockpick with the rotation of the mechanism, because the rotation shifts the position of the sweet spot. If you try to turn the mechanism without having the lockpick in the correct position, the mechanism will stick, which will damage the lockpick or even break it. Any damage to the lockpick would produce a noise, which can draw unwanted attention, and breaking will cause an even louder snap. Okay, hold on. I feel like I'm not in the right spot. Is there a different chest somewhere? How about this one that I can open? Nails for Teresa. Yeah, I'm just taking everything. Now, what is Marigold? Marigold decoction. Within 1 minute, will add 30 health and dispel hangover effects. Cancels the effect of Lazarus potion. Okay. I've got snails. Do you have to use both sticks at once? I think so. Stop laughing at
Henry,
me.
what are you waiting for? Bring those nails.
I'm right here.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering. Will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
I'm right here, Dad.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Teresa, I am taken, I think. Hey, Henry.
Fine lass, eh? Now, stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire.
Oh. Taken by that ass.
We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though.
Nice.
Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
Yeah, let me try. God. I want to make swords. How else am I going to practice, Dad? Wow.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Istvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. Do you have to keep going on about it?
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Oh! Oh no, things were on fire in the distance. That's no good. Uh-oh. Is that six S-Dog? This seems highly unnecessary. What the fuck? Run! You're gonna get shot!
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry!
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No! You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Oh no, all my friends. I think I already took everything, but okay.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out
on!
of time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to
Avid
shut the
Pokemon
gates!
has
People,
appeared.
come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah,
Get through the gates!
What am I gonna do? Okay, this seems unnecessary.
hurry, Henry! There's nothing you can do! Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run!
The guy's on a horse. But okay.
Find a horse! Ride to tell Merc! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Woo! Run! ride to Talmberg and get a horse. There's some horses. Oh, crap. I can't tell if those are our guys or definitely not our guys. Can we go through here, Henry? No? Okay. A horse! Hello, you lovely little thing. Oh! No, that's okay. Ah, shit! Ugh. Run! Get on the horse! Can I just... Stop! Village lad like you has no chance of defeating the fearsome Kumans. Better run and save your skin. I was trying. Oh my god. I was trying! Alright, well, hoop-a-doo. Okay, this time, I'm just gonna... Let me down. Oh, get over yourself. We're running for our life right now. I feel like perhaps you could get over yourself a little bit. Oh. Okay. I don't even know what Talberg is. Mount and steal. You can call your horse anytime by whistling and then mount it. Trot is the default speed. Canter ideally combines speed and stamina. Gallop is fastest, but also drains the horse's stamina faster. Follow a path. Your horse is smarter than some people and will stick to the path you're on if you give him his head. Just begin cantering and don't steer him. Horse's stamina indicator. Loads of people in gallop scheme. If you try to push your horse when stamina is low, it may throw you. Galloping can be exhausting, depletes your stamina too, especially if you're not an experienced horseman. Okay, so like, where am I going? I see. Do I have to hold it? Hi. Get out of my way. Bye-bye. This seems like the wrong way to go, but...
Yeah!
Go! Get out of the way, motherfuckers!
I'll kill you!
Whee! Doo-ba-doo. I'm on my way. Oh, look at all these horses I could steal along the way. Bye. I already have my horse. Its name is... I don't know. Ow. You're bleeding. You don't know how to bandage your wounds. You need to find someone who can help you. Well, I'm a little busy right now, trying not to die. Oh, I found Ravania. Out of the way, motherfuckers! Found a fast travel point.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Got it. Ow! I did not realize they were still following me. Get out of the road! Damn, this horse has got crazy stamina. Keep going! Bob and weep, bob and weep.
Go! They'll kill you all!
Out of the way! Bobbing and weaving and bobbing and weaving.
Yeah. Keep us up with it.
Ow! Eee!
Run for it!
Anyone? There!
He.
What's big, guys?
Oh my god, horse. He's trying to do something clever.
Flee!
Oh, he says. I'm hungry too. I know. Keep bobbing, keep weaving. Run! I said run! Eehee!
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god! Wait! Jesus Christ!
Don't take his name in vain.
Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hanyo! Who's in there?
Help me, I'm bleeding to death.
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
I have more arrows than that in me, thank you.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
Who is that? I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Doggy.
Hi, Macho. Hi, baby.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language.
They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle?
No.
I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
We did it. Give me 1 second here. I need to make sure somebody named Matcha isn't doing nefarious things. Matcha? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hi, sweetie. Hi, baby. Ah. Hi.
A wild Pokémon has appeared.
She was definitely thinking of doing something nefarious. Considering when I walked towards the door, she came bolting from the other side of the room. Anyways.
Did I tell you about that tree stump behind my house?
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Thanks.
I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make orphans. I can't understand why he took talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Yeah. Excuse you.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
Ugh, your tongue, it's
When
so
you're
scratchy.
done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the outer bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady.
My lady.
Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Okay. Ugh. Okay, hunger. The longer you go hungry, the weaker you get, and in the end, you can even die. Was it really?
What happened in Skalitz? I have a kin there.
Yummy. Everyone's dead, so lentil mash. My speech is at 1. Oh, is it because I'm covered in blood? That's kind of funny. Oh, damn, I am starving. Oh, am I good? Stay awake.
Oh, good God.
What? I'm hungry.
I need to lie down before I split my face open from yawning.
Shut up, I'm not done eating. You said have your fill. Why are you bitching at me? Oh, my God. Okay, whatever then.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
What do you mean? I guess bread wasn't part of the options. My bad. You didn't mark them. Golly. Oops. Oops. No, I ate too much. You won't be hungry for much longer time now, but you'll be clumsy until you digested everything. Great, cool, awesome, love that. Oh, that is not. Where am I going? Courtyard or something?
You're that lad from Skalitz. What in heaven's name happened there?
Okay, everybody died. It was awful. They torched Ravana on their way. Sigismund came with his army. Sigismund's mass army descended on Skalitz. Oh, because I'm bloody.
Sigismund's army appeared out of nowhere. There were so many of them, not just infantry, but cavalry, too. Those foreign mercenaries with their strange helmets and the souls of beasts.
Heavens above!
Heavens above. Oh,
I ran to the castle for shelter with the others. Behind me I could hear the shouts of the attackers and the screams of the wounded. Then I turned and saw Father trying to save Mother. They were both killed. The gate was closed by then. The men on the battlements were calling to me to run and warn you here. And with God's help I made it.
That's horrible. You were very fortunate to survive. And God bless you for warning us. I'll pray for you, lad.
Thanks. I'm gonna pass out. Okay, so here. If you're tired, your stamina and eloquence will also gradually decrease. Sleep is the solution. Find an available bed, which you'll recognize from the icon on the compass. Sit on it with A, start A, and set how long you want to sleep for. Sleep. I don't know. Sleep until... I don't know. What time is it now? So this is midnight. 1 o'clock to then. Sure, let's do 10 hours. Let's do 1 hour.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
How do I clean myself up?
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
That was definitely a little.
Thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Oh no, I think he found a spider. Where am I? Oh no, I've disappeared!
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Henry? Henry, can we sit up, honey?
I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands,
Oh, there I
headed
am.
back home. I promised Father I'd help him
think
with
I'm
his
supposed
work,
to
and
be
I was
there.
looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Oh damn.
A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
Skalitz fled. So I can kill my girl. Kill my father and mother.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers.
And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn me. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Humans.
I wasn't safe yet. The Cumans were going from house to house below the castle, looting and then torching them. They encircled the castle, and it was clear they could spot me at any moment.
May God punish them.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her.
Oh, I didn't realize that was happening.
I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to, but... Even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too. I only just managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith. whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was
wild
very
Pokémon
busy.
has appeared.
He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Oh my god, shut up, Henry.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Did she just walk by the window, or did someone else? Oh my god, wipe that smile off your face, Henry.
Move in, people! Come on! Come on! We're running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
Henry, help us!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Buggy. Oh. Take the torch from the table. Buggy. Where? Oh, here. You need a light at night. Use your torch by holding. Even better, use a Nighthawk potion. Did I not do that right? Wait, which was... Ah, it was left. I assume that's where we're going? I am hitting my head. Dunk, 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 dunk. Did I? Woo! Went the wrong way. Where am I going? I want to go to the battlements. I'm just not sure how. Oh, maybe I just have to run through the private area. Excuse me. Huh? What? Where am I supposed to be? I thought the guy would be here or something. Clearly I went the wrong way. Keep sleeping. It said use the stairs to get to the battlement or something. Maybe I'm supposed to go down? Okay. Go to the battlements via the gateway stairs. Gateway stairs. Here's the gate. Ah. Yeah.
And his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
I'm here. What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Take care.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions! Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left the storm into the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Tamber?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Rattay. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Rattay now!
Boy, good
Men,
golly.
Tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled and report everything to me at once. Understood?
No, yes, sir. Alright. Can I be of help?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. I'll be with you.
Could I have an outfit? Hi, baby. Hi, sweetums. Okay, so like... Now what? I mean, I don't see nothing. It's raining. I see that. Hi, baby. Hi. Bump is kind of bigger. At least it's more pronounced. Is that? That's just a guard. Yeah, I'm trying to keep watch. Okay, I'm not sure. Oh.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. You have to wait for something. You can skip time. Press see how long you want to wait. Watch out though, tiredness and hunger grow even during skips. Okay. Is this morning? When's morning? Maybe 6 a.m. is morning. Hey, buddy, don't lay there. Uh-oh. What's going on? Where are we going? What are the battlements of the Outer Bailey? We're coming! Where am I going? I'm following you! Damn indeed. Where are we going? Okay. Honey, you're sitting on my headphones. Can I have them?
See how the self-appointed king
Parkour.
wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
Fuck you!
A wild Pokémon has appeared.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle where he has little chance of defense to another where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Oh, good. They're backing up.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Alright. I think with that, we will save and quit. Well, it just saved, so we'll just quit. Alrighty. Chin bin. Careful, buddy. I need to sit up. Ugh. I'll be back here. Well, didn't get very far. I did take a while to read a bunch of stuff, so that's probably my bad. But we learned things, so well. I don't quite understand combat quite yet, but we haven't been into it that much, so I think we'll be. If we ever get into it more, maybe I'll decide from there. But there are a surprising amount of markers. I thought there weren't. Like maybe that's just some weird an update they had, not a weird update. Maybe there was some update where they're like, we have markers now. I mean, like, maybe it'll be different when I start going between places. There, maybe I won't have markers. I'm not too sure. But yeah, anyways. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We'll more than likely see you on Monday. Have good weekends. Try to stay cool, because it's going to be hot on Monday. My goodness, it's going to be hot. But yeah, for now. See you later. Bye.